Good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Christina Testa-Buzzi, and I am the chair of the City of Norwalk's Commission on Gender Equity. I want to welcome you to our program this evening, Elevate and Lead, where we, everyone in this room, is celebrating Women's History Month in partnership with Norwalk Public Schools. At this time, we ask that everyone please rise as you are able to hear Caitlin Genovese, the choral director of West Rock's, my alma mater, middle school, sing the national anthem.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, no bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Good evening. That is a tough act to follow. But thank you guys and welcome to Elevate and Lead. My name is Sandra Fayowes and I'm the Deputy Superintendent. Dr. Estrella is actually on her way here driving, but unfortunately she will not make it for the opening greetings, but she will be joining us shortly. And so tonight we come together to honor women who uplift others and lead with purpose. Women who create opportunity, open doors, and inspire confidence through their actions and by example. From students finding their voice to educators who guide and mentor, to community leaders driving meaningful change, we celebrate those who are leading at every stage of life. We also celebrate the women who have shaped our community and the students who are carrying that legacy forward. I'd like to thank our partners, the City of Norwalk's Commission on Gender Equity, Chair Christina Testa-Buzzi, and for their leadership and collaboration. It's an honor to come together to recognize those advancing gender equity in Norwalk. And thank you as well to Mayor Barbara Smith for your continued support and leadership. And for this Women's History Month, we also celebrate you as the second female Norwalk mayor in history. Yeah, that's right. The first as an educator. And now as a leader guiding our community forward. And thank you to our community partners for joining us this evening. If you didn't have a chance to visit them at the atrium before the program, we invite you to connect with them afterward. They have been handpicked for this event. And we're also looking forward to an inspiring message from our very own Monica Brown. A lot of people are here. whose story of perseverance reminds us all to never let the word can't define us or our journey. And of course, please enjoy the incredible talent of our student performers. We have Wolf Pit in the house. We also have West Rocks in the house. We have some Tracy Cubs that are not right here right now, but they're at, yeah, that's right. And with that, it is my pleasure to welcome Mayor Barbara Smith.
Thank you so much, Ms. Fayoise. You are an amazing leader, an amazing woman yourself. Ms. Testabuzzi, thank you for your leadership as well, and also to Dr. Estrella, who we know is on her way here. Really, truly wonderful to be here with you today to celebrate Women's History Month and reflect on the theme, Elevate and Lead, and honor the award recipients this evening. When we think about women who have elevated others and led the way, we often think about famous names in history, leaders, scientists, artists, and activists who've changed the world. But leadership doesn't only happen in history. It happens every day in classrooms, with our teachers, paraeducators, principals, and everyone who helps our students across this city and are here to celebrate the women who do that tonight. To elevate means to lift up, lifting others up, supporting a friend, encouraging a classmate, standing up for what's right, and making sure everyone feels seen and valued. To lead means having the courage to use your voice, to use your talents and your ideas to make a difference, even when it's scary. Have the courage to lead. Throughout history, women have done exactly that. They've broken barriers, expanded opportunities, and paved the way for future generations. And today, we continue that work together. To the young people here today, you already have the ability to elevate and lead. Whether it's through kindness, creativity, hard work, or standing up for others, leadership starts with the choices you make every day. Women's History Month reminds us not only to celebrate the achievements of women in the past, but also to support and encourage the leaders of the future, many of whom are sitting right here. I know you will all continue to show the world what young ladies and women can do and lead by example. After we walk out tonight, let's continue as women to lift each other up, open doors for those who come after us, and lead with compassion, courage, and determination. Thank you, and happy Women's History Month.
Hello again, everyone. I'm very excited to be here tonight with you as the chair of the commission and with my fellow commissioners. We are honored that Norwalk Public Schools invited us to be partners in this program this evening. I'd like to recognize our fellow commissioners, my fellow commissioners that are here, many of us who are Norwalk Public School graduates. Thank you, whoever did that. I already outed myself as a West Rocks grad and a Norwalk High grad, so go Bears. Sorry. Chantel Coffey is one of our commissioners, followed by Emma Dignati, Yvonne Zucco, Joy Dieger, Kim Squires, Shannon O'Toole Gianderco, and Shannon Benante. And we are thrilled to also be represented in the mayor's office with our staff contact, Ms. Brandolyn Williams. The Commission on Gender Equity aims to review progress and assist in the elimination of gender-based discrimination to help improve the status of women, girls, and other marginalized gender identities, such as transgendered and gender-diverse people in the city of Norwalk. The Commission was actually started in 1987 and flourished for several years, but did become dormant for quite a while until we had some people step up and lead the way. In 2021, now State Representative Dominique Johnson and current Commissioner Shannon Benante drove the process to reinstate the commission under former Mayor Rilling. It goes without saying, we are enthusiastic to see what we will be able to do in partnership under Mayor Smith. As we've already heard, the second mayor, but what you may not have known is it's the second woman mayor in 113 years. I hope there's another future mayor out there. Tonight, we are honored to be here as a partner, and for this program in particular, to lift, elevate, and recognize those voices that are speaking up and out on issues affecting gender equity in our home community. In a little bit, you will hear about two wonderful individuals who have been selected by the commission to be honored. Enjoy the program. You have a wonderful program in store.
Hi, everyone. My name is Emma Dignati. I'm a commissioner on the City of Norwalk's Commission on Gender Equity. Please join me in welcoming the talented student performers of Wolf Pit Integrated Arts School, accompanied by their music teacher, Sean Conway. Let's give them a big round of applause.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Shannon O'Toole Gianderco. I am on the Commission of Gender Equity, and I'm also the first female president of the Greater Norwalk Chamber of Commerce. So, thank you. I'm honored to be here tonight, especially when we see the young girls in the audience listening to what the power of women can do. So I'm happy to be here tonight. I have the honor of presenting our adult recipient with their award. We would like to present this award to LaShante James for her meaningful contributions and positive impact on women, girls, and marginalized gender identities, including transgender and gender-diverse individuals in the city of Norwalk. Since 2016, Norwalk Public Schools has benefited from her leadership and unwavering commitment to students. Serving as an administrator at Ponus Ridge Middle School, Rowton Middle School, and now Brian McMahon, she consistently creates spaces where young people, especially young women, feel seen, supported, and empowered. Her presence is a powerful example of leadership, resilience, and excellence. LaShante has profoundly impacted young women by encouraging not only academic success, but also confidence, self-worth, and identity. She emphasizes that hard work creates opportunity while also reminding students that mistakes are part of growth. This balance of high expectations and compassion allows students to thrive both personally and academically. Through her work with My Sister's Keeper, she has shown a deep commitment to uplifting young women of color during critical years of development, helping them build community, develop leadership skills, and recognize their potential. Beyond this, she fosters inclusive, affirming environments for all students, including those who identify as transgender or gender diverse. She leads with empathy and respect, ensuring every student feels valued and supported. LaShante James is a highly respected member of the Norwalk Public Schools community and an inspiration to both colleagues and students. Her leadership is transformative, and her commitment to equity is evident in all she does. Congratulations.
All right, everyone, let's give a warm welcome to the talented student performers from West Rocks Middle School. They're here tonight with their choral director and our national anthem singer, Caitlin Genovese. Please give them a big round of applause.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jasmine Prezi, and I am a commissioner on the Commission of Gender Equity, as well as a board member on the Norwalk Board of Education and the director of the Norwalk Mentor Program. I have the pleasure to honor our youth recipient as the Rising Voice for Gender Equity Award, Ms. Zamira Lara Morla. Zamira is recognized as one of PTEC's most dedicated and consistent members of My Sister's Keeper. She began her involvement in the program in 6th grade at West Rocks Middle School and entered PTEC as a strong advocate, actively encouraging her peers to join, ensuring that all students feel welcomed and valued, regardless of their identity. From the beginning, she has embodied and reinforced the program's core principle of sisterhood. Zamira consistently participates in MSK initiatives and volunteers for special events whenever possible. She even took the initiative to design and lead an activity for PTEC's MSK Valentine's Day luncheon. She is committed to service by assisting with food distribution and cleanup at the district's Black History Month program. Today, she continues to demonstrate leadership as a co-facilitator for the joint MBK and MSK. Everyone, please welcome Zamira Lara Morla to the stage as she accepts the Rising Voice for Gender Equity Award. Well deserved. Congratulations again. Now we're going to have another wonderful performance. I would like to introduce the Tracy Cabets. Tracy Cabets is a group of 5 students from Tracy Magnet School, formed in the spring of 2024 that includes 4 4th graders and 1 3rd grader. They are passionate dancers who use movement to promote meaning and share powerful messages. The dance you will see this evening is an original piece that they created themselves. Let's welcome the Tracy Cabets and please give them a big round of applause.
I've been walking with my face turned to the sun. Weight on my shoulders, a bullet in my gun. Oh, I got eyes in the back of my head, just in case I have to run. I do what I can when I can, while I can for my people. While the clouds roll back and the stars fill the night, that's when I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my bones.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for coming out to celebrate and support a truly special woman in education. Where do you begin? How do you begin to introduce someone like Miss Brown? Many of us in this room collectively could come up with so many describing words. Some might say she's special, honest, witty, joyful. I simply say she's transformative. Others might say she's my mother, she's my sister, she's my partner, she's my cheerleader, she's my friend. Our students get to say she's my teacher. And when we talk about Ms. Brown, we have to talk about her impact, because it's just not something you see, it's something you feel. She has a way of making people feel loved, truly seen, and deeply supported. Ms. Brown is giving, she's nurturing, she carries a sound mind, she's steady, she's grounded, she's wise. And in a world that can feel overwhelming, she gives you something rare. She gives you purpose. By definition, purpose refers to the reason for which something exists, why something is done or made. Ms. Brown provides us purpose we can hold on to, purpose that fuels our motivation and innovation. Now that's magic. Some even question, how does she do it? And in the words of Beyonce, she's an alien superstar. She's so unique. But when you listen to Ms. Brown, she will probably smile, nod, and agree to all of those beautiful describing words. But you better be ready, because she's going to tell you her story. She's first going to begin with the love that her mother gave you, weaving into how she's a beautiful sibling to her family and becoming a mother herself. Then you will learn that education wasn't her first career chapter. It was her second. Her first career, she was a business owner, running a beauty salon, a space where she just didn't style hair. She built confidence. She created community. She made people feel seen, valued, and beautiful inside and out. But if you listen a little closer, Ms. Brown will tell you something even more powerful. She'll tell you that I am free, free to walk into my purpose, free to pour into others, free to show up as my full and authentic self. And if you really think about it, that is the same freedom our students get to experience every day within her classroom. Because Ms. Brown doesn't just teach, she transforms. She transforms classrooms into communities. She transforms doubt into confidence. She transforms moments into memories that her students and all of us are able to carry. And to think, she didn't start as a teacher, but in the kitchen, serving our students the nutritious meals that they're able to have. And for that, no title, no resume, no position, no award can fully account to the essence of who she is. Simply because Ms. Brown just doesn't teach. We simply learn from her, and most importantly, we are able to become. And tonight, we have the privilege to just listen and to learn from Ms. Brown, a woman who is still becoming, still reaching, and still evolving. Day in and day out, she teaches our students. She meets data growth. She co-directs the after-school program. She even is in her doctoral education program. And all the while, we're here being able to support her with her first TED Talk. A testament to the fact that growth doesn't stop, purpose doesn't pause, and excellence is a continuous journey. But if you ask me, she's a woman from the Bronx, bringing culture and competence to our classrooms. So tonight, let's give a beautiful round of applause to our future, Dr. Monica Brown.
She's just a girl and she's on fire. Hotter than a fantasy, lonely like a highway. She's living in a world and it's on fire, filled with catastrophe, but she knows she can fly away. Oh, she got both feet on the ground and she's burning it down. Oh, she got her head in the clouds and she's not backing down.
kind words. Thank you for being such a great friend, such a great mentor. Thank you for that safe space ever since I pulled into 20 Camp Street in 2022. Thank you, Dr. Downing, yes. Thank you to the Tracy Carbettes. Thank you to all the performers tonight. Thank you, Dr. Estrella and Norwalk Public Schools for allowing me this platform. Thank you, Mayor Barbara Smith, for being here. Thank you to Brianna in the mayor's office. Thank you to the Commission of Gender Equity. Thank you for this collaborative event. Hopefully it's the first of many. Thank you to the dynamic trio, Nick, Emily, and JD. None of this would have come alive without you. Thank you to my mentor, my boss, my principal, Miss Lindsay Esposito. Thank you to my assistant principal, Miss Sherry Capiello. Thank you to my power PR, Kristen Penta. Thank you, friends. Thank you, family. Thank you, scholars. Thank you, my Tracy family. Thank you all for being here this evening. Let me bring you into my world just a little bit. I was born and raised in the Bronx, New York. The youngest of 5, but if you ask my sister, who's here in the audience tonight, she swears she'll tell you that I act like I'm the oldest. Proud mother of 2, Derek and Kennedy, who are the reasons I work so hard and dream so big. Proud grandmother of 1, Liliana, who's also here in the audience tonight. So let me tell you, it was about 10 or 12 years ago, I watched my first TED Talk, Ken Robinson, and I was intrigued. So I started watching many, and if you ask anybody that know me, they'll tell you, because I would always say, I'm gonna have my own TED Talk one day. I'm filming my TED Talk. I'm writing a TED Talk. Lo and behold, September 2023, I'm researching, writing, and I always like to have some background noise, little music, but this particular day I had the TV on, news playing, and this story came on and it intrigued me. And I started writing, and I wrote and I wrote. Next thing you know, I had 3 pages, and I said, you know what? TED needs to hear this. So I applied. 2.5 years later, they responded, here I am, your TEDx candidate. What I didn't know is that when I was writing this speech, I was writing a message that I wish someone had told this little black girl from the projects. I was writing a message that I wish someone had told all the young girls who's ever been told that they're too much, too little, too loud, too broke, too bold. And that message is as simple as this. Do remember, everyone ain't meant to break you. That's what dream means to me, because the truth is life will introduce you to disappointment. Life will introduce you to rejection. Life will introduce you to people who misunderstand you, who underestimate you, and sometimes even try to silence you. But every single one of those moments give you a choice. You can allow them to break you. You can allow them to build you up. So tonight I want to talk about the very things that was meant to break us, how it becomes the foundation of our life. When I was in 3rd grade, my 3rd grade teacher looked me in the face and said, there is no place for girls that look like you. You're never gonna be anything. Yeah, true story. But back then, I didn't really understand what she meant. It was just this little 8-year-old girl in the Bronx, but I do remember how I felt. Unseen, unwanted. My teacher tried to plant this seed, but what she didn't know is not the seed that she intended to plant. Because here I am standing on this stage, not erased but elevated, not broken but built, and I'm here to tell you about a dream. Not the kind you have when you sleep, but the kind you have that you fight for when you're awake. This is the kind that kept me alive, kept me focused, and walking toward purpose. And even when the world tried to turn their backs, guess what? I just kept dreaming, and it taught me, do remember, everyone ain't meant to break you. So here we go. The first step in my dream was to do. Now you gotta do the work. Do the healing. Do what they said you couldn't. Not dream about it. Not wish for it. But guess what? Even if you have to do it tired, do it broke, doubting, and alone. I did it when I was in food service. I did it when I became an interventionist while working part-time at night, single mom, coming home, writing papers to 3 to 4 in the morning. I did it when I decided to go back to school. I did it even as I poured my truth into a doctoral program that no one thought I can get into. I did it when I launched my coffee company, Kenda Rise Coffee. And guess what? I'm still doing it. Because the world will try to pause you with this opinion, but action is doing. And it's also how you remind yourself that you're still alive. And every time you do, you plant a new seed, not of fear, but of growth. You don't need permission to do. You just need belief and courage to do it your way. And if no one's ever told you before, you're allowed to do scared. Oh, you're allowed to do unsure. You're also allowed to do while you learn. Because doing don't make you perfect, it makes you possible. R is for remember. Because in a world that defines you by your scars, you have to remember your roots. Not the pain, not the doubt, but the dreams. I remember my mom and her resilience. I remember the long nights holding on to hope with one hand and my babies with the other. I remember starting as a cafeteria worker, then a paraprofessional, and then walking into a classroom as a teacher with my name on the door, my voice in the lesson plans. Yeah, I remember every time someone said to me, "You sure you want to do that? You sure that's not too much for someone like you?" I had to say to myself, Monica, remember who you are. Remember who you're doing this for. My children, my grandchildren, every student who's ever been underestimated. Every single Monica who's still waiting for someone to tell her she can. See, remembering isn't just looking back, it's looking inward. It's telling that 8-year-old girl who was told she'd never be anything, baby, you became everything and then some. Because when the world forgets your worth, you have to remember it louder. E is for everyone. And let me say this with love and liberation. Everyone's voice is not sacred. Everyone who speaks to you doesn't speak for you. That teacher who told me I'd never be anything, she was wrong, but her words stayed with me for years. Quiet, heavy, and sharp. That's the thing about early wounds. You know what? They echo. But I had to learn that every echo doesn't deserve amplification. I couldn't carry everyone's opinion into my destiny because the more voices you hold on to, the less space you have for your own. Everyone didn't see my grind. Everyone didn't raise my babies. Everyone didn't walk with me through the part-time job at night, through school, writing papers, through grief, through closed doors and quiet breakthroughs. So guess what? Everyone don't deserve to define my value. I had to stop replaying those voices that didn't build me and start speaking life over myself. I had to become my own affirmation. Just because they said it doesn't mean I have to believe it. A stands for ain't. And let me tell you something, ain't nobody gonna define me but me. They said I wasn't college material. They said I wasn't leadership material. They said I was too loud. Some even said I was a lot. Too black, too bold. Ain't it funny though? All the things they told me to quiet are now the things that give me power. Ain't no system, no stereotype, no zip code, no skin tone that gets to write your entire story. They tried to box me in, label me, limit me, but I refuse to shrink for someone else's comfort or small dreams. I was put here to make others feel okay with their dreams, and I was put here to rise loud, black, brilliant, and unbothered. Mrs. Burns told me I'd never be anything. Ain't she rolling in her grave now? Watching all the black little girls become doctors, business owners, lawyers, storytellers, leaders, change makers. The very girls she overlooked and the ones overcoming. And I say this without bitterness, trust me, just receipts. Because when you refuse to believe their limits, you make space for your limitless self. M stands for meant to break you. Oh, and here's the truth a lot of us suffer with quietly. Life will throw things at you that were meant to crush you. Words, systems, circumstances, even loss. But what they didn't know is that some of us were made from unbreakable stuff. I've had nights I didn't think I was gonna make it to the morning. Yeah, bills due, tears falling, kids are depending on me. Walking through school buildings by day, grading papers at night, holding on to dreams that felt too heavy to carry. And yet, I didn't break. Oh, I bent and I bruised, but I never broke. Everything that was meant to break me became the bricks that I built my life with. Those words she used, Ms. Burns, to tear me down, I turned them into curriculum, into care, into coffee, into meaningful relationships, into classrooms where my students are seen, heard, valued, especially the ones from marginalized groups. Oh, especially of the ones that remind me of the little girl that sit in the back of the classroom thinking she wasn't enough. But here I am today, 53, walking in my purpose, pursuing my doctorate, launching my dream business, and in spite of what tried to break me. Because guess what? I refuse to break. But do know, when I bent, right, and I bruised, I stitched myself back together again with vision, with voice, with family, with friends, and a whole lot of God. So if you're carrying something that was meant to break you, hear me when I say you are still becoming. And your broken pieces, they don't disqualify you. They prove you're still here. So listen, this isn't just my story. This is for the person who's ever been underestimated, for the little black girls who sit in the back of the classroom hearing what she's not and silently wondering what she could be. Dream. Just dream. Dream big. This isn't just for me. It's for every child labeled less than, for every grown-up still healing from things she heard as a kid. This is for the single mother holding it together with a prayer and a planner. This is for the paraprofessional wondering if they have more in them. For the teacher, the student, the dreamer who was told that they're too much or not enough. But let me be your mirror for a minute. You are worthy. You are capable. You are valued. You are seen. And you are absolutely allowed to dream. Do remember, everyone ain't meant to break you. I do believe that some were meant to ignite you. Some were meant to wake you up. Some were even meant to push you to becoming exactly who you are meant to be. So don't run from the hurt. Don't hide from the story. Use it. Speak it. Stand on it. Because the little girl from the projects, the one they said wouldn't be anything, she became everything. And now she's standing here, your doctoral practitioner, your coffee CEO, your TEDx candidate, your change maker, telling you not only can you dream, but you were born to. No matter who tried to break you or define your worth, you were empowered to rise, reclaim your story and dream, because you were born to become everything that they said you were not. Do remember, everyone ain't meant to break you. Thank you.
Looks like a girl, but she's a flame. So bright she can burn your eyes. Better look the other way. You can try, but you'll never forget.